And Capella are up front. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. And it's House in at the 3 slot. And for New Orleans, Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Okafor out there with Ingram. And it's Hart in at the 3 spot. Here is House. Early part of the season, Brent, did you take a while to get back in the swing of things, or were you ready to go out of the gates?
In order to stay in the NBA, Kevin, no, I could not do that.
Right, yeah.
I could not do that.
You played 14
I know,
years.
But I loved coming into training camp being in tip-top shape. It really was something I took a lot of pride in, is that I wanted to be going so that our practices for our coaching staff was something we could get through. Now, I understood the role of other guys on the team where it might take a little while for them to get going, but for my mindset and my confidence in the year, I wanted to make sure that the offseason and the work that I was putting in, because that's where players improved the most, I was going to come into camp ready to go.
Here is House. A 17-point game for him in the win against Golden State.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area.
Now, here's Ball. He feeds it to Ingram. And Capella sends it back. Westbrook surveying the D. Now, here's Tucker. He's covered by Ingram. Shot clock at 6. Tucker the pass to Westbrook. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Well, you're so terrified of Westbrook gaining advantage by penetrating and getting inside that you're slow to close out. You challenge him to make those kind of threes.
Now, here's Ball. Okafor with the ball. Passes to Holiday. Tries from 10, and he connects with the jumper.
Fearless drive from Drew Holiday straight at the defense with that dribble move.
Westbrook kicks to House. The pass to Tucker. Pass to House. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Tone setting right here early. Love that tenacity.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And 79% from the line a season ago. Pretty consistent there as a free throw shooter.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Now, here's Ball. Now, Okafor. Back to Holiday. 5 to shoot. Ball kicks to Hart. A three-pointer off the mark.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
Here's Hart. Ball finds Holiday. Over Harden. That one rolling around and rims out.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
Pelicans trail by 6. Here's Ball. Westbrook pulls it in.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
And again, the turnover by the Rockets. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And it's just never easy to get stops in this league, but they had a smart game plan defensively, and I felt like that was the difference.
Well, good defensive game plan and then carrying it out for 48 minutes. That really helped them out in that last game.
Now, here's Ball. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. A floater, and Holiday with the lay-in. Good.
Killing them softly there. Holiday with the floater over the top. And that puts the D in a tough spot.
Holiday against Harden. Another miss by Houston. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. Trailing by 4. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Rockets. That one was played down in Houston.
And turnovers were the story for them when they saw each other last. I mean, just a heartbreaking way to lose the game.
That one goes. Count it.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight, Kevin. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And 4 years at Villanova for Josh Hart. Won the title back in 2016.
Averaged 18 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
Harden, no good. And Brett, a lot of times when a new head of basketball operations is hired, a new coach is coming up next.
Well, the continuity there is interesting because of the time that Alvin Gentry spent in Phoenix, and David Griffin was there with the Suns as well. And so that's going to help out this young core, that they know that there's a collective consciousness coming from both the coach and the front office for them to lay the foundation of what this new Pelican team is going to be all about.
Pelicans trail by 5. And here's Holiday. He's coming off a 16-point game against Toronto.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one. Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Westbrook can't get it to go.
Is it getting cold in here, Kevin? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
And you have to have an appreciation for Ball's passing skills. I mean, he just sees the floor beautifully, easily working the ball over to open teammates.
Here's Westbrook. The Pelicans make their last shot. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Ingram kicks the ball. Pass to Holiday. Back to Ball. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Clint Capella. Well, it was only a short stay in L.A. for Lonzo Ball. Traded this past summer as part of the Anthony Davis deal.
And getting out of L.A. might be the best thing for him. Still a great defender and playmaker. His best years, without a doubt, could be ahead of him here in New Orleans.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
And you look at Lonzo Ball, certainly high expectations for this young man. One and done at UCLA. How about second overall pick? That's brought some undue pressure.
Derek Favors checked in for New Orleans. He hits both from the stripe. Ray, you talk about the hype for Lonzo Ball and the pressure. Do you think that creates an additional challenge for a young player?
Yeah, he's scuffled at times, but I think the future remains very bright for that young man.
The Pelicans trail. On the wing, Holiday. And again, no good by New Orleans.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's Ball. Following the basket by Russell Westbrook.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Passes it to Tucker. Harden against Ball. From the high post. Offensive rebound. What a jam!
Fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Nice. And this sort of awesome
awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. It's a 5-point game. Here's Holiday. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And first time out of the game. And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. Second is Clint Capella.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
There's the pass to Redick. And there's Jackson on the assist from Redick.
And for all the scoring and shooting that J.J. Redick does, showing right there why he's an underrated passer.
Lob pass to Capella. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Williams. That one's not going to go. The Rockets go the other way with it. Here's Cephalosha. And it's Melly with the rebound.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Here's Rivers. This game he had 12. Kicks to Cephalosha. Back to Rivers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Drops it in from 11 feet.
Alvin Gentry has seen a lot in his time around the NBA, and last year in New Orleans, really no different. With injuries and trade demands from their top player, it was about trying to keep things together. I don't know, maybe the reward of all that was the roster that he has in front of him now.
Now here's Rivers. Derek Favors unable to get his shot to go. Feeds it to Cephalosha. And the shot goes in. And the Rockets lead by 7.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And sometimes when a new front office takes over, a coaching change comes next. But Alvin Gentry continues as head coach with the Pelicans.
Well, a good reason for that is the previous relationship that Alvin Gentry had with David Griffin during their times in Phoenix. They've done a tremendous job of setting the table here. A new infusion of talent, different coaches, a change in front office, a new direction from the ownership group. And this is going to give Alvin Gentry the runway to grow and learn with some tremendous young players.
Now here's Gordon after J.J. Redick's miss. Pulls it up. And Houston again with the bucket.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
Pelicans trail by 11. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Jackson misses.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And the shot is good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard, McLemore in for P.J. Tucker. On defense, Houston, 13-point lead. Jackson with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against Toronto. Redick with the bucket.
One of the best at moving without the ball. Catch and shoot opportunity for J.J. Redick.
Rivers against Jackson. Kicks it out to Gordon. Puts it up from 15. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. 41 seconds left in the first. Jackson passes to Redick. Back to Jackson, over Rivers. And Jackson with the basket on the assist from Redick. Jackson's got his second bucket of the game to go. Houston leading by 9. Now here's Gordon. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. They get Derek Favors.
Terrific play by Eric Gordon to force the issue there and get the defense to overcommit on the jump shot.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And I look back at his numbers from the free throw line last year, 78%, so not too bad.
A free throw good from Eric Gordon. All free throws good from Eric Gordon. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Now Redick. They really needed more from him in that loss to Toronto. From deep three-point range, and so it's Houston holding on to an 11 points.
And it's an offensive-oriented league now. When you execute and really look to attack, it puts the opposition on their heels.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, we've seen the Rockets really take control here.
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
We've got Williams. Favors is out there with J.J. Redick, and it's Melly in at the 4-man position. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Here's Rivers, and the rejection by Favors. Here's Gordon. Rebound by Williams. And so it's Williams who brings it up for New Orleans. Trailing here by 8. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. And the rejection by Favors. Outside Williams. Pass to Alexander Walker. Outside Redick. And again, New Orleans with the triple. Brent, offensive versatility all the rage now. Which guards do you think do the best job of generating offense with their back to the basket?
I don't know so much as these guys are playing with their back to the basket, Kevin, so much as they're finding ways to get the ball without a dribble at about 15 feet away from the basket. So one dribble, they're at the rim.
Right.
They're very effective at the mid-range. Chris Paul and DeMar DeRozan have had tremendous efficiency from those areas on the floor. So those are the kind of players that put some pressure on your defense because they're starting their offense so close to the basket, and they're effective with which they do it. Not on the post, not on the perimeter, and they're finding ways to be impactful.
Now here's McLemore. Clock is at 3. Near the three-point line, it's Gordon. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
It's Russell Westbrook in for Austin Rivers. Rockets have gone an abysmal 0 of 6 from the field since the second quarter began. And in today's game, if you don't have floor spacing, your offense is going to struggle.
They call it gravity, the ability of outside shooters to attract defensive attention. Redick, one of those you don't leave for a moment.
That free throw, no good. Well, hard to believe that Russell Westbrook has now gone 3 consecutive seasons averaging a triple-double.
You remember, Kevin, just how much we were flipping out about the possibility of somebody doing this again since Oscar Robertson, and now Russell doing it 3 straight years. It's just a mind blower.
And the Rockets making a change here. Harden's checked in, and he sinks the second.
You're just wondering, with Russell Westbrook and the 3 seasons under his belt in Oklahoma City as averaging a triple-double, what is he capable of doing in this Houston Rockets offense? And more importantly, how do Russell Westbrook and James Harden coexist?
Now here's Okafor. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And there's the call on Chandler. That's his first foul. Lonzo Ball is checked in for the Pelicans. Chandler against Okafor. Over Chandler, and it's Okafor missing. And with Westbrook in his usage rates, it was once over 40%. But, Brett, that has dropped in the last couple of years.
Yeah, it might drop a little bit more here, Kevin, with James Harden being Russell Westbrook's teammate. You just wonder how much stylistically it's going to change. This offense has always been about the 3-point attack, and that's not a strong suit of Russell Westbrook's. However, the havoc he creates, that works just about anywhere.
Just 4 to shoot. And here's Ingram from the arc. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And really, Ingram is consistent in nailing these perimeter shots. Gotta get a hand up or he's gonna make you pay.
Now here's Westbrook. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Golden State.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Now here's Ball. Following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Ball dishes to Ingram. Over House. Another one falls for New Orleans.
Gotta see Ingram get going down low. Just another dimension of his game that he continues to develop.
Outside Westbrook. Cranes the three-pointer. Westbrook's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I think the defense has more concerns out there on the floor, and they give him a good open look from the perimeter.
Ball kicks to Ingram. Over House. Okafor. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Here's Westbrook, and finished off by Westbrook.
I mean, it is really like he's jumping off of a trampoline out there. Westbrook can do anything he wants when he gets up like that.
Now, here's Ball. Moore outside. Pass to Okafor. Over Chandler. And that's going to be a travel. Here are the top distributors from last season. These guys always seem to find the open man. Russell Westbrook, #1. And, of course, Drew Holiday.
And really two terrific distributors. I mean, the first thing you look for in a teammate is the ability to get you the ball, and they both have that down to a T.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. Now it's a 3-point Houston lead. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Okafor finds Ingram. That shot off. Nice D from Chandler. Rockets leading by 3. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Outside Westbrook. Pass to Harden. Shoots it up. But they'll get another chance. Ball with the rebound. New Orleans has gotten out from three-point land in the second quarter, going 4 of 5 from downtown. And the pass to Okafor. And it's in there. Okafor's got 4 points now in the quarter.
A lot of people feel like Moore has natural point guard ability, so I like to see him find the open man.
And here's Harden. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against Golden State.
I also thought he did a tremendous job in terms of timing in that game, swatting away some shots. Ended up with 3 blocks in that game.
Ball against Westbrook. Inside. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down to a point with the bucket from Redick.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Outside Westbrook. Offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback. And the Rockets lead by 3.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Moore against Harden. Moore passes to Okafor. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Especially in the playoffs, Brent, so much can change when a player gets into foul trouble. You see the league ever modifying that foul out rule?
I know that they do that in the Summer League where you can stay on the court for 10 fouls as elimination, but it's a technical every time. Yeah. I don't see the league doing that. I think it's good for the game so that star players or meaningful players, ones that play specifically on defense, they have to have responsibility for what it is that they're doing on the floor. And if they're overly aggressive, you should be penalized for playing that way.
Some changes for New Orleans. Josh Hart comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Drew Holiday in for Moore. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Houston. P.J. Tucker comes in for McLemore. Both free throws good from Okafor. Houston in the lead. Outside Westbrook. A second chance effort. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Capella, and even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Pass to Ingram. And here is Ball. And the rejection by Harden. Westbrook dishes to Harden. Pass to Capella. Clock at 4. Over Holiday. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Okafor's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the middle. And in transition, it's Ingram. Here we go.
The knowledge that Ingram possesses, well aware that the D is going to hack him in these situations. The 2nd overall pick back in 2016. Brandon Ingram has shown us flashes. But whether it's defense or offense, still a ways to go.
Shooting 2.
That one drops. He ties it up. And Greg, when you talk about Ingram, where would you look for him to make the next step in his game?
Well, in that one season at Duke, he did shoot over 40% from 3. I think becoming a reliable shooter from out there would be a key building block offensively.
Jackson, he's checked in for Ball. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
And Ingram, the former Blue Devil, an extraordinary player who only promises to get better.
Harden kicks to Westbrook. Lets it go from deep. Oh, good on that one. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Passes it to Holiday. Puts it up from 12, and he comes up with the deuce. Holiday's got the lead up to 3 now for New Orleans.
Flawless pick and roll motion there, executed to perfection by Drew Holiday.
Jackson against Westbrook. The 3 from Harden. Good. A nice assist from Westbrook. Harden's got it all tied up now for Houston.
Yeah, that first quarter was a bit shaky. Good to see a player who doesn't let a slow start get to him.
And there's the pass to Jackson. Tried tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Harden against Jackson. Pelicans pull it in. Dishes it to Okafor. That shot, no good. Good work defensively by Capella. Gordon's checked in for the Rockets. Austin Rivers comes in for Russell Westbrook. On defense, New Orleans. Here's Rivers. Derek Favors with the rebound. New Orleans has gone 4 of 6 from long range in the second quarter. Solid shooting. Here's Hart, defended by Gordon.
And how about the numbers here for Drew Holiday? Great showing for him last season. 5th in assists, and of course, he's got a nose for the ball. He ranked in the top 10 in steals last season.
And as you said, dishing out dimes at a top 5 pace. He was in total command of the offense last season. Look for more good things to come. The first free throw is good. The Rockets making a switch here. Cephalosha's checked in. And so Favors nails both of them. 1:53 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Rivers. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
And he can't get the first one. And with Rivers, he's never given up on himself and continued to add to his game. Even, Greg, as he's gone from team to team.
You know, he's shown that he can function as either the point or off guard and still give great production from either spot. And as he grows older, you could see him being a top-level 6 man for the rest of his career.
And he's good on the second.
Well, he does not lack for confidence, does Austin Rivers. He plays with a huge chip on his shoulder.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Hart. Fires the three. Sinks the three-pointer. Holiday's got the lead up to 4 now for the Pelicans.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
And the rejection by Favors. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Cephalosha against Holiday. Cephalosha passes to Capella. Shot clock at 5. Here's Gordon. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Gordon's got 8.
Can't fault the D entirely on that bucket from Gordon, although the coach will. Sometimes he's just too good for whatever you throw at him.
Holiday against Gordon, and stolen by Cephalosha. There's 39 seconds left in the first half. Rivers gets a wide open look. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
Jackson against Rivers. And Capella sends it back. Lock at 6. Holiday, the pass to Favors. And a slam dunk by Favors.
Pinpoint pass from Holiday leading to the field goal. He always keeps his head up off the pick and roll for chances like that.
From deep. No good on the last second attempt there. He played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Pelicans leading by 4. And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Tucker and Capella are up front. And it's House in at the small forward. Here's Capella, and Okafor with the block. Here's Ball. Down low. And Ingram the bucket on the assist by Ball. Ball's got 3 assists now in this one.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And a boon it was for the Rockets to be able to keep Clint Capella. A great fit with the team and gives them exactly what they need on the interior.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And Greg Capella, who was taken near the end of the first round back in 2014 in the draft, has developed well during his time with Houston.
And Capella's game has really taken off in the last few seasons. He looks to be a double-double machine for this team for the next handful of years, and that is exactly what they need.
All free throws good from Capella. New Orleans leading by 4. Holiday with it. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Over Harden. The offensive rebound. Okafor gets the bucket.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 15. Ball with the rebound. Ball's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
And at 6'9", Ingram is constantly on the prowl for these dunks. An incredible athlete who just finishes with ease near the hoop.
It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Russell Westbrook.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Ball against Westbrook. Pass to Okafor. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Clint Capella. The Pelicans have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
Taking 2 shots.
And that one falls for Okafor. He doesn't get the second one. Rockets trail by 7. In the corner, Harden. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 3 assists now in this one.
I don't think the timing could have been any better as Russell Westbrook does a great job of taking advantage of the defense.
Now, here's ball. Holiday inside the line, and the Pelicans miss again.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot. Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
Back to ball. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Okafor kicks to Holiday. Over Harden. And that one goes long.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
That one, no good. Some solid defense from Ingram. Passes it to Hart. It's good. Hart's got his second basket of the game.
Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding of how to get the ball to an open teammate.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. The pass to House. And here's Tucker. Over Holiday. It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Tucker.
Well, looking into the gaps of the defense there, he's not going to miss many of those when he gets to that range.
Ingram passes to Okafor. Shoots over Capella, and it's Okafor missing. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. At the teardrop, and he gets it to go. Hart's got 6 points. Rockets trail by 5. Outside Westbrook. Second shot opportunity, and Okafor with the block. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Here's Hart. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for Houston. McLemore has come in for Daniel House. Rockets trail by 8. Now here's Westbrook. He's got 19. Launches it. Another miss by Westbrook.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
There's the triple. It's rebounded by Houston. Westbrook's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pelicans with the rebound. Ball's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Tyson Chandler.
Yeah, and Ball's size makes him a difficult guy to guard. He uses it well to pick up fouls while shooting.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
No good on that one.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's scary when you think about how much room Ball has to grow when you factor in how efficient he is already.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Moore's checked in. No luck that time either. And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats.
all the little things that coaches want their players to do. That's really the motto of Tucker's game.
Now here's Moore. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Knocked away. Chandler with the steal. Harden has a wide open look. Good. A nice assist from Westbrook. And now just a 4-point New Orleans lead. Here's Alexander Walker. He kicks the ball. 6 to shoot. Lets it go with a 3. Tyson Chandler pulls it in. Chandler's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And he's missed every single shot he's attempted today, but somehow they're still in the lead.
Harden the pass to Tucker. Outside Westbrook. Over ball. Kept alive. Chandler. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You can tell the defense is respecting the interior play of Tyson Chandler. You got to whack him when he's down that low.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Tyson Chandler at the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Chandler has some experience, but still can be very impactful on the defensive end of the floor.
Derek Favors checked in for Jahlil Okafor. And a switch here also for Houston. Gordon's checked in. Chandler hits them both.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Now ball. Favors at the elbow. And no good that time. Chandler with the defensive effort. Gordon inside. He's covered by Ball.
And Ball using those long arms to just swat away that shot. I love the hustle. Always nice to have a point guard who can block shots. And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Moore outside. Right side Favors. Shoots over Tucker. Favors can't get it to go.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
To the middle. McLemore, no good.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
To the inside. Favors. And the basket is good. Favors has got 6.
Look how active Moore is being on offense, especially watching him share the basketball on that play.
Pass to McLemore. And here's Gordon. He's guarded by Williams. That's it, and the Pelican lead is cut down to 2 points now on the basket from Gordon.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Now here's Favors. He has 6, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. The Pelicans making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. And it's the Pelicans with the ball. A 2-point game. Just 5 to shoot. Misses the wing J.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so here is Houston. And here's Rivers. He has 5. Pass to Gordon for the lead. Buries it from three-point range. 13 points in the game.
Well, if Eric Gordon gets the ball from beyond the arc, you have to respect his ability to knock those down.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. The shot comes out. The Rockets go the other way with it. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
Like seeing Cephalosha dish the rock that time. Good awareness at finding the open man.
Pelicans trail by 3. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
To halt the run, Jackson misses. And here's Cephalosha. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. Rivers kicks to McLemore. Count it. And it's a 5-point Rocket lead.
I like that. Staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
New Orleans has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Cephalosha against Jackson. Outside Williams. Passes it to Favors. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Jackson. Again, the miss by Jackson.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
Gordon, the pass to Rivers. Cephalosha against Jackson. And good that time. And the Rockets lead by 7.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead.
Checked in for the Pelicans. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Houston. Russell Westbrook comes in for Rivers. Jackson with it. To stop the drought, it's hauled in by Clint Capella.
I mean, I don't know. Does he look a couple steps slow today? He needs to shake that off and get into the zone and get on the scoreboard.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Williams scanning the floor. Gordon against Redick. Now the pass to Jackson. Off target with his 3.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. On Saturday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets. And then on Monday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Houston Rockets.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
He's off on the first.
Westbrook, former MVP, a remarkable combo guard, and we know he does a little bit or a lot of it of everything.
Daniel House has checked in for McLemore. Good on the second free throw. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And it's Ingram missing.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
At the line for the Rockets, Russell Westbrook. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
And so he makes both from the line. Pelicans trail by 12. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Holiday against Westbrook. The shot by Holiday, no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Capella dishes to Tucker. Here's Westbrook. The shot, no good. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Holiday at the 1 and Redick at the 2. Brandon Ingram's out there with Favors, and it's Hart in at the 3. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. All free throws good from Capella.
And making the most of their opportunities at the line here in the second half.
Holiday, the pass to Favors. Kicks it to Ingram. Just 5 on the clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Here's Favors. That one, no good. And it's Houston the other way. Here's Gordon. Makes it off the glass. Gordon's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Great finish from Gordon in traffic. You like to see the smaller guys operate down low as long as they're patient.
Poked away. To the paint. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, we know how explosive Westbrook can be. He just forces defenses to foul him.
Now, when he came into the league, Eric Gordon was tagged as a shooter. Now he's been shooting more than ever.
And Gordon the last few seasons has been shooting, how about this, over 8 threes a game. His success rate with them has gone up and down over the years, but one thing is for sure, he always has the green light.
And that one falls for Westbrook. Okafor is checked in for Derek Favors. And a change for the Rockets. James Harden. He's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And both free throws good for Westbrook.
And they've been so steady at the line in the second half, gotten a good volume of free throws and converting at a high clip.
Now here is Holiday. Back to Okafor, and Okafor slams it in.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Outside Westbrook. Capella inside, working on Okafor.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
At the line for the Rockets, James Capella. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Capella. New Orleans making a switch here. Ball's checked in. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Inside. Here's Okafor. Over House. Okafor gets the bucket.
Now he's put on a shooting display here in the second half. He really seems to be in a great groove right now.
Ball against Westbrook. Good on the bucket. Westbrook's got 15 points in just the second half.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Okafor in the post. Capella covering. And it's Ingram missing. Rockets leading by 17. Unloads. They get it again. Capella lays it up and banks it in.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Now here's Ingram. Pass to Okafor. Over to the left wing. Here's Hart. Okafor trying to get open. Hart, that's good.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
Rockets have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Now here's Westbrook. Over ball. Here's Capella. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Excellent D there from Okafor. Capella with the bucket. And that's a double-double for him now. 11 points and 25 rebounds. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Ball finds Ingram. And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Pass to Ingram. Pass to Okafor. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Hart.
You really have to give credit to Gordon right there, getting up in his man's comfort zone, which threw him off that shot.
Rebounded by Hart. Hart's got 4 rebounds in this game. Ball against Westbrook. Here's Ball. The pass to Okafor. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Rockets leading by 19. Down low, taken away by Holiday. And here's the fast break. Here's Hart. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Hart's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Nailed from three-point land.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
And Capella sends it back. Ball against Harden. The kick out to Westbrook. Over Holiday. Outside Gordon. And they double up Gordon. And here's Harden for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
It doesn't matter how a defense plays him. Harden is going to make sure that that three-point shot is a primary weapon.
Now here's Ball. And stolen by Gordon. He dishes it to Harden. Last year, the average salary for a starting point guard, Brent, in the NBA, was the highest among all positions. Why would that be?
Well, with the way the game has changed, Kevin, there's certainly an emphasis on being able to find guys who are initiating offense, scoring the basketball, shooting three-pointers, and you're seeing a big shift in salaries between point guards and bigs. That's where the biggest disparity is. Centers in the league are getting less and less of an opportunity to have the extended big money contracts because the game has moved to the perimeter, and if you're a big that cannot play on the perimeter, there's not a lot of teams that are willing to invest a significant amount of their cap space into the center position. They want guards and wings who can play out there and do the damage from there.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball. The Rockets making the shot. Back to Hart. Tipped away. Here's House. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. A platoon swap here for New Orleans. Houston with a big group substitution here. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Capella. Anderson comes in for P.J. Tucker. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Danuel House. And it's Austin Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. And here's Anderson for three. Drills the three-pointer.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Jackson kicks to Moore. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Pass to Hayes. Can they get it? And again, New Orleans has no up.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Harden, it's deflected. Jackson in the corner. His three-pointer's off the mark. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Can't hit from 12. New Orleans gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Alexander Walker. The Pelicans keep it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Now Sefolosha. And here's Rivers. It's rebounded by Hayes.
Been a struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, he can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Hayes. And he makes that one.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Houston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Rivers with it. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
That's what you get with a bigger guard, a guy that can carve out a little bit more space, and Rivers does a good job that time.
McLemore's checked in for the Rockets.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Rivers.
And this team will make you pay when they get chances at the free throw line. It's helped them pull ahead here today.
Jackson passes to Alexander Walker. It's blocked. Brent, when a team hires a new coach, what tends to be the feelings of the players in that locker room, knowing there's a new voice in there?
If you are a veteran player, you have the opportunity, more than likely, Kevin, to call 5 or 6 resources that know who that coach is. Because most of the time coaches that are getting hired have previous NBA experience. If you're a younger player, you're looking at what it is that's being written and said about that coach to try to evaluate how it is that you're going to fit in. The biggest responsibility, Kevin, is that new coach trying to get as many of those players into the facility or at a meeting or at a dinner to have them understand from day one, as soon as possible, what it is that they're about, what it is he's expecting from them, and how it is he's going to go about them. Then all the other things about guesswork, those go away.
Right, all about communication.
That communication and communication as quick as you possibly can, that's an important factor.
Yes. Now here's Anderson. On the wing, Sefolosha. 5 to shoot. Here's the 3. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Moore. Passes it to Alexander Walker. Here's Jackson. Fires for three. Hits it from three-point range.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Brent, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I got to do it at home. Right. And so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with the media.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job.
Kicks to Cephalosha. There's the pass to Rivers. Over Jackson. Again, the Rockets score.
That's a big part of how Austin Rivers is making his living, attacking out of the pick and roll.
There's a minute 34 left in the game. Pass to Hayes. It's tipped.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Rockets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Clint Capella.
Just active on defense, little things like clawing and scrapping and tipping passes and contesting shots. Came up with a lot of steals.
Pass to McLemore. Let's go. And the shot is long. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. No good from Moore.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Now here's Rivers. So we see Houston taking the W here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance